это не обсуждали с премьер-министром, но мы это обсуждаем с нашими коллегами, россиянами, особенно населением. Вы знаете, что Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakakadash. Double honor to all the elders and apostles, the GMS that taught me this truth, peace, and shalom to my fellow Akim. And this is Vladimir Putin asked at a press conference about world war or nuclear war 2 years ago. And it says it now seems to be impossible, something without critical importance. But at the same time, if something like this would happen, this would lead to the collapse of the entire civilization and maybe our planet. And that's going into war, man. All right. And we're at those times. Okay. We're at those times. And World War III, or the War of Armageddon, which Mountain of Troops, okay, is a biblical prophecy, man. All right. And so I got a series of videos just going into the different nations gearing up and gathering for war, man. Okay, let me see if I got that one. So let's just move this one down here. All right, yeah, I got a series of like 3 or 4 short videos. And hey man, we're in those times, man. All right, because that's what was written in the scriptures. Matter of fact, before we go there, I think it's Jeremiah, because Putin's saying that it could be the end of our population as we know it, man. Is it Jeremiah or Isaiah? Let's try Jeremiah. It actually might be Isaiah now, think about it. Yeah, let's try Isaiah. Salakia, y'all. I know it's not 9 and 6. Hello. Let's go to 5. There we go. This is Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of, actually, let's go over one more. Let's see if that's it. No, Salakia, that's it. Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. And that's what's going to happen as you see all these other nations gather around with nuclear capabilities, man. All right, all have nuclear capabilities and are all ready to flex and show it off, man. Okay, years ago you wouldn't have seen Iran buck up to America the way that they've been doing. You wouldn't have seen Russia send submarines over here. You wouldn't catch Chinese troops in the American borders or Mexico and Canada, if you will. A lot of people are seeing. Okay, I know one brother had posted a while back warships. Not sure whose warships they were in the sea over by Los Angeles. All right, and so we just in those times, man. Wars and rumors of wars, man. Okay, and until that time of the war actually comes, man. So we're just gonna watch a few of these videos and drop off some scriptures, man, in this episode of News and Prophecy, man, or War and Prophecy, actually.
Install the Chime app today and get started. Amid tensions between Washington and Tehran, Israel's military has released a video showing its fighter jets escorting a U.S. bomber over Israeli skies. It marked the 4th such bomber deployment into the Mideast this year by the U.S. and the 2nd under President Joe Biden. The flight of the 2 heavy B-52 bombers is the latest such mission in the region aimed at warning Iran. But the U.S. military did not directly mention Iran in its statement when it said the flight was to deter aggression and reassure partners and allies of the U.S. military's commitment to security in the region. The U.S. military Central Command has said the 2 B-52s flew over the region accompanied by military aircraft from nations including Israel, Saudi Arabia and Qatar. Trump's 2018 decision to unilaterally withdraw from Iran's nuclear deal has sparked a series of escalating incidents in the region, and such flights have become common in the last months of former President Donald Trump's administration. Meanwhile, a pro-Iran satellite channel based in Beirut broadcast an Iranian military drone footage of an Israeli ship hit by a mysterious explosion in the Mideast. Israel has blamed Tehran for what it described as an attack on the vessel.
All right, man. You see Israel escorting American back the bomber, man. All right, this is Jeremiah 51:46. And least your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that, another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, rule against ruler, suddenly and swiftly, man. Okay, this is part of the Lord Yahweh Shai's judgment. This is part of the day of the Lord, man. Okay, so while people are talking about stimulus, Crown Royal 21, Maxine Waters, other nations are gathering up, man. All right, getting ready, because that's the final and ultimate prophecy of the Lord Yahweh Shai, man. All right, before the kingdom of heaven is ushered in, man. All right, so we got a few more videos just to look at. Man, I tell you, Salakia, y'all. There's nothing I can do about it. Whew. Hey, man, they gearing up, man. They gearing up, and I know we go into these scriptures, but hey, man, it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is, and we know this one already. The Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is gearing up, man. All right, why? Because the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is a man of war. The Lord Yahweh is his name, and we're gearing up for war, man. You don't see NBC or CNN and all those other quote unquote mainstream media platforms talking about this, man. All right, you don't see them talking about this. Let me see here. It was a video on it. I think it was 800 American. Let's see if they'll just pop up. This is 2016-15. Ah, yes, this is the video.
Your mattress shouldn't buckle under pressure.
Oh, no, I'm gonna pause it, man. We're not gonna watch all of this.
Of its kind, it's about two allies, the United States and South Korea. Together, they have reached a deal. The two countries have arrived at a new arrangement of sorts. They will share the cost of the American military presence in the region. This deal was in the works for a while. The United States keeps about 28,000 soldiers in South Korea. They're there to deter a potential act of aggression from North Korea. One of the few things that still remains after the end of the Korean War in 1953. So American soldiers are in the Korean Peninsula protecting South Korea. Shouldn't Seoul foot some of the bill at least? Well, they do. But the US wanted South Korea to pay more, a demand made by Donald Trump when he was in office. The negotiations broke down after the US demanded that South Korea pay 5 times more than what it had been.
So you see at the bottom, let me pause it. At the bottom, it said the United States had more than 28,000 troops in South Korea. That's what it said, man. All right. Stretched and spread out just like the Roman army, man. Okay. Which the scriptures call it in Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, the village of unwalled, man. All right. The unwalled village. Okay. Which means no protection, man. All right. From no borders. Okay. Now, there's nothing protecting America over here from invasion, man. All right.
Washington says both countries have managed to negotiate an increase in Seoul's share. They haven't shared the specifics. But in 2019, the two allies had struck an interim deal that raised South Korea's bill to $924 million annually. This was an increase of $94 million from $830 million in 2018. So the cost of maintaining 24,000 soldiers in
There it
South
is at the
Korea
bottom.
runs into millions of dollars. But
There, again, it went off. I'm sorry.
doesn't
y'all.
all of this make you wonder why American troops are stationed in far-flung areas like South Korea in the first place? And who is paying for them? Who is footing the bill? What are these troops doing there? Our next report explores America's military presence across the world.
Across the world.
More than $6 trillion. That is what the United States was obliged to spend in 2020 on its wars overseas. After 9/11, the United States launched a war on terror. The war has since expanded. According to a study by the Brown University, that fight has spread to more than 80 countries. According to one claim, the United States has 800 military bases in these countries.
The U.S. has 800 military bases aboard.
Bulk of these are in Germany with 119 base sites, 119 in Japan, 80 in South Korea,
Man.
and 44 in Italy. The cost of maintaining these troops runs into thousands of dollars. The U.S.
All right. So why is this man over in these other nations like this, man? Let's go to the book of Habakkuk. Okay, because the scriptures are exposing them and telling us who we're dealing with, man. All right, let me see. This is Habakkuk 2, and we'll start at 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. And we do, man. We live by faith that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua will deliver us from these tumultuous times that's getting ready to come, man. Okay. Yeah. Also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Salakia for that stumble. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and shall not be booties unto them? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the raiment of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and all that dwell therein. And that's what it is, man. that's what it is. This is Esau Edom to the T, man. To the T. This is Psalms 55 and 20. He put forth his hand against such as to be at peace with him. He have broken his covenant, and he's going to break the covenant and the treaty that he has with South Korea as well. All right. He's going to break all these treaties, and all these other nations are going to end up, because he break these treaties, all these other nations are going to end up coming burning them with fire, man. All right. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were their drawn swords. So you see Biden wanting to come to the Iran with the peace deal and all this and other shit, but it's all bullshit, man. Okay, it's all bullshit, man. The man is incapable of being upright. Okay, he's incapable of being a so-called good citizen. All right, and as I was at work today, this video came up. Western gunboats hit the South China Sea. So let's see what's going on here.
To get the best out of your car,
After you hear more shit about your car,
in your car.
ridiculous.
Right oil, right.
Salakia.
Like the last 2 centuries never happened, gunboat diplomacy is back in the Far East. The big militaries of the Western world, the ones who historically do the serious amounts of damage, are packing their phallic warships into the South China Sea. An area which sees a third of all maritime shipping flowing through it, an area of vast and untapped natural resources, and an area which is really close to China, but miles away from the US and Europe. I know, I checked on a map. It seems important, but I digress.
Never keep it at home.
So the details, last year we had this.
2 U.S. aircraft carriers, the USS Ronald Reagan and USS Nimitz, are in the waters of the South China Sea. It's the first time Washington has sent dual carriers for drills in the area since 2014.
I mean, America's military has been in the region for decades. Its current job is to stare out all those Chinese troops stationed on the islands that keep popping up from nowhere.
But the strangest thing about Fiery Cross Island is that 2 years ago, it didn't exist. And neither did the 6 other Chinese military bases that have been built on man-made islands in the South China Sea.
The US says China can't just build islands to claim ownership of the parts of the world it likes and its resources, which is kind of just another way of Washington claiming ownership of the parts of the world it likes and claiming its resources.
But that's hypocritical because that's exactly how they've gained their wealth and their power, by establishing lands and treaties with other nations. Like, for example, George Bush and the whole Panama Canal thing. They had a treaty with them, and after the treaty ran out, they were supposed to give it back to I forgot the general's name at the time. And George Bush was like, "Nah, we'll just send our troops there. we'll just send our troops there, right, and just take it from you. How about that? Just insane, this man. And these other nations eventually will grow old of this, man, and will seek to shoot missiles on her, man. This is Revelation 17 and 16, as well as America's allies, okay? This is Revelations 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, okay, through thermonuclear missiles, man. Okay, America's allies, all right? The 10 horns, okay, let me see. Yeah, and the 10 horns, okay, are these other NATO nations, okay? These other NATO nations, like Turkey, okay, like Germany, like France, all right, whom all Americas are having problems with right now because these European nations are making deals with quote unquote America's enemies, if you will. All right. And they will eventually end up shooting and burning her with fire, like the scriptures say. Okay, let's get this in 2nd Esdras 16. Woe be unto Babylon, 16 and 1. Woe be unto Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria, because America's all of these nations rolled into one, man. That's how wicked it was. Babylon, the mother of all harlots, okay? Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, and bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood? Or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it have begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. And that's right, man. How are you going to turn back an arrow of a mighty archer? It's impossible. Okay. So how much more for thermonuclear missiles that are shot. All right, once they hit that button, they can't. Oh, damn, we shouldn't have done that. Oh, it was an accident. That's it. Okay, once they let those missiles fly, that's it. It's a wrap. Okay, the mighty Lord Yahweh sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? All right, this is prophecy that these things have to happen. And there's Esau tries to outdo prophecy and tries to intervene with prophecy, but he can't, man. All right, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and his angels are in control at all times. Okay, a fire should go forth from his wrath. And who is he that may quench it? No one can quench it, okay? Because that would make the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai a liar, man. All right. He promised that he would deliver us, and he promised that our enemies would go down by flaming fire, man. He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord Yahweh shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes there are also before the Lord and the before the glory of his power. All right. See, all the animals are going to be in the fear and effect, man, because the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is the creator, man. Okay. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. And there you go right there, man. Okay. That's it. That's it right there. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot out of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, who will deliver me in these days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils come? And this is going into Esdras being here and when those times come, man. Another key point to reincarnation. Ezra seen himself there at those times, man. All right. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not return from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. And that's you 2/3. You see that these times are coming down the hill, down the pipe. That the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai has sent his prophets out there, Lord willing that we are the elect. They've been telling that things are coming, and to no avail, man. You niggas still won't get right. Ready for your stimulus check, ready to go prior buy another pair of Jordans and big screen TV, man. And don't get it twisted. Ain't nothing wrong with spending the money. It's free money, quote unquote. You know, spend it. But where's your mind in these last days, man? All right. So, yeah, man, this is just the episode of War and Prophecy. Hopefully it was edifying. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, or Rakakadash. Shalom.